People, Deluded, I'm back again. Thank you very much for tuning back in each and every time. I really appreciate everybody that's locked in. Please hit the like button if you haven't. A quick one, I'm sure you've all seen Daniel, a young right back that was doing his thing for our under 18s and 23s, posted on his Instagram today. Obviously, he's departing the club. And it's gutting first and foremost because the man's decent. I'm not here to gas players and say they're going to be this, that, and the third. I call it as I see it. Only God knows where his feet and his ability would take him. He'd have a long way to go. Obviously, he knows that, and we all know that he's still a young man. What I do know is he had the potential to play for our first team or progress through our academy and be somewhat of a success story, which he has been in his time. He's been capped at England youth level, very highly rated by Mertesacker, which makes you wonder what's happened here. Was this Mertesacker in the club's choice? Does he feel there's a better pathway elsewhere? We'll never ultimately know until the man tells us or we know in the future. But for whatever reason, I wish him the best of luck because I like the guy. I think he's a very good professional. I think he's a very good human being. I think he's a very humble individual. And I've liked watching him through Arsenal's academy. And obviously, shameless plug, but, I had the honour of interviewing him last year, and all he had to say was good things about Arsenal and the coaching staff and how everybody's helped him and his teammates and the rest of it. Good 1v1, decent going forward. A lot of things he needs to improve at, of course, but mainly positioning for me. But the man's got potential, and this season was a bit of a sour one because he has had 1-2 injuries that have kept him out of the lineup and whatnot. He's had to fill in at centre half and in midfield at times. You would have wondered at under 23s level, he would have been laughing next year because there's a lot of changes being made, but same way him, Ryan Elabusu, and obviously Brooke at under 18s level. For me, Brooke needs to step up and play 23s. Him, Mon Louise, Amari, Charlie Patino, them and they need to be exposed and be uncomfortable at that level sooner rather than later. And I think that's what the club might be trying to do, accelerate the process. It's a time where tough decisions have to be made by the club. You've seen a whole host of young players leave, and it killed me to see Medley, Coyle, obviously Daniel leave. No one else get no ideas, man. Mark McGuinness, no one get no ideas, no other players get no ideas. But on a serious note, we wish him all the best. Does he feel there's a better pathway served elsewhere? I don't know, because for me, I think him and Brooke could have progressed to the first team, but it's a dog-eat-dog world. He might be looking at is you've got Brooke, you've got Ryan, you've still technically got Bellerin, Maitland-Niles is still technically on the books, Chambers is still technically at first team level, Cedric is still technically here. The club probably going to get rid of a few, but probably bring in a right back. Does he deem that his development is best served elsewhere? We'll never know. It does leave a sour taste in my mouth because I do think, he wouldn't have liked to have left in these certain circumstances. And I mean that, injuries have kind of cost him at times. And to be fair, when fit, rather bewilderingly, he hasn't been in the lineup. I don't know why that, or the squad. I don't know why that is or what that is. But man, it is what it is. Allegedly, he was offered a deal. Allegedly, he wasn't. I'm sure you're seeing all the Twitter experts and things offering their opinions. I don't know for that. I can only deal with the facts. And the man's announced that he's leaving the club. We signed him from Barnet. He was doing his thing. Best of luck elsewhere for Arsenal. Obviously, you don't want to leave C players go, definitely not for free. I hope he goes to a club where there's a pathway for him first and foremost, and there's a club that promotes young players, because I do feel if he wants it, he can be a footballer at a good level, and I still will be supporting him, and I think he's got a great future, and he's a player I like. Obviously, for Brooke, I'm a big fan of Brooke, Norton-Cuffy as well. And I think, for him now, I won't say there's a free run at right back, but I think there's a free run at right back, if he wants it bad enough. And I feel, not before too long, assuming what happens at first team level, he might even get to train with the first team sooner rather than later. I have high hopes for Brooke, innit? I had high hopes for Daniel and Brooke. I think both of them could have been in the first team in the next 18 months to 2 years, in my humble opinion, like proper there. I think Brooke can as well. He's got a lot to improve of course. And I'm not here to say he's the bee's knees. I don't know for other channels, but I don't do that. I think he's a good player, an exciting prospect, but to be the player I think he can be in the future, there's a long way to go. There will be some other tough decisions made, I feel, at 23's level. And I think the club probably have to bring in a few because, it will be a similar season, as much as I rate our young players, you need some more experience. And if we don't bring in one or two, whether they're under 18s that are a bit more experienced or 23s, we might see a similar season, sadly, in terms of the league position where we did last year. It's a season for a big change, man. Bold is gone. You know, Daniel's gone. A number of, you know, people that probably would have had to at least initially play 23s football are leaving. A couple of decisions are going to be made, or I feel they're going to be made. You know, Kiddo Taylor Hart, what's going on there? Nathan Butler Adeji, what's going on there? You know, you'd imagine Tyrese John Jules, what's happening there? Because I can't imagine him playing at 23s level. Neither can I with Matt Smith. It'd be a great tragedy if Ben Cottrell is at this level next season. Obviously, he's been injured, so we have to discount a bit of that and give him time. But a number of these players need to kick on and should be playing elsewhere. And there's going to be tough decisions, man. Tough decisions to be made, I assume. But yeah, man, Daniel, thank you for your service at Arsenal, because every time I've watched him, he's behaved with integrity. He's given it his all, you know, and we're wishing him the best. And, you know, it's true what they say, once a Gooner, always a Gooner. So it is what it is in that regard. So on that note, though, please hit the like button. You know, I love you football, and specifically the club I love at Arsenal, where it's primarily Halen and then London Coley. So I'll always be offering my opinions on youth football if and when they come. But for now, people, hit the like button, check out the rest of the content. I can't imagine already, but you should be subscribed. For what it's worth, me and Daniel's interview from last year still is up there, so go and take that in. And once again, if he ever sees this, thank you for doing that with me. Thank you to all of them, you know, because, you know, they're all real guys and they're very down to earth, and they reflect forget Arsenal for a sec, they reflect good family upbringings. They're a testament to their families, the last names on their back and all of those sort of things. And then obviously secondary, the club. So yeah, man, best of luck, Daniel. We'll be supporting you, and hopefully we can sit here and have what I want to see, a conversation where we say, how was he allowed to go? Because I don't know what's going on with right back. You know, they killed me when Vontae Daly Campbell left. Now Daniel's going. Like I said, Brooke, you know, Charlie Patino, Tyrese John Jules, you know, Kion Edwards. Fair players do not get any ideas about departing this football club on a permanent basis, because my heart's been getting broken already, man. It is what it is. On a serious note, there's no need for me to keep you here any longer. Yeah, man, people, take care. I'm out. Hit the like button, please.